Hey book friends, welcome back to the channel. So welcome to a reading vlog. I know I don't make very many of these, but I have a really fun idea, so I just decided let's start. Let's intro a reading vlog and let's pick some books. And so my idea was that I have recently made a favorite booktubers video, and I've also made this one in the past. I have two videos, which I will link above. Go check them out. Go give these booktubers some love. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the booktubers from these videos and I'm going to put them in a random name generator, right? So I have one of these on my phone. I've uploaded everybody's name. I'll just probably screen record and put it up here for you. But I put everybody's name in here and I'm going to pick out 3 of my favorite booktubers. Then I'm gonna go to their Goodreads and I'm gonna scroll down and I am going to find their latest 5-star book, and I'm going to read that book. I think it'll be a fun, slightly random way to pick some books, and I'm hoping for some favorites. So let's just jump in. Let's jump into this vlog and pick some books. So hi everybody, my name is Angie. Welcome back, all the things. Let's just pick some books. Let's pick some books and see what I'm going to be reading in this vlog. So like I said, I have my favorite booktubers all put into this wheel here, and I'm going to shuffle a few times and then spin the wheel. Scoot over. Scoot over. Oh, Cassidy. No. Liv. Liv. That's a good one. Okay. I love Liv stuff. Okay, I'm gonna remove her, and then we'll just spin again. Okay, we're just gonna pick them all and then we'll go to Goodreads. So let's pick the second one. So let's see, Angela, no. Faith. Actually, I don't think Faith was on my list. I will link her down below. I'm gonna link everybody down below. But Faith, okay, that'll be really fun. Okay, I'm gonna remove her. Last spin. Okay. Angela. Oh no. Nope. Wasn't Angela. It's Becca from Becca in the Books. This is going to be interesting. So Liv, Faith, and Becca. So what we're going to do is go into Goodreads. I'll pull up Liv's Goodreads first. I'm just going to scroll down and go to, I think it's like books, see the books. Yeah, that's usually where I go. And we'll just scroll down. See, oh, maybe she doesn't rate her books. Oh no, there are some. Aha, I see. Foxglove. Okay, I realize that's the second book in a series, but I just recently hauled the first one, Belladonna, and I have been wanting to read it. So that's perfect. Yay, okay, this is going so well so far. Okay, let's move on. Let's move on to looking up Faith. So, okay, I got her pulled up. Let's go into her books and start scrolling down. Okay, scroll. So she's got some good ones. Oh, nothing 5-star. Oh, lots of 4 stars. Okay, hopefully she has one. Oh, Better Than the Movies by Lynn Painter. I've never even heard of this book. Better Than the Movies. Okay, I'll look it up and maybe I'll get it from the library. That leaves Becca. Let me look up Becca. All right, I found Becca. Let's go into her books. Ooh, Becca doesn't give a lot of 5 stars. Okay, let's just scroll down and see. Let's see what happens. Oh no, get some more. See if she actually has anything. Oh no, this is not gonna work. I might have to spin again. Man, I wanted to read that. Oh, got one. The Crimson Moth. That's not what it's called here. It's called The Heartless Hunter, and I also just hauled that book. And so that's exciting. All right, so like I said, I have 2 of them. I need to get the other book from the library. I did end up looking that one up, the one about the movies, Better Than the Movies, I think it was called. It's a YA romance book. I don't think I've ever read a YA romance book, so that'll be fun. I'm excited. I saw a note on Faith's Goodreads. She said it was just like adorable or something like that. I can't remember, but sounds cute. And then Belladonna. This was, well, Liv gave Foxglove 5 stars, but I'm gonna read Belladonna, which I'm super stoked about. as well as The Heartless Hunter, which is the equivalent of The Crimson Moth. I hate when they have different titles for the same book, but I have these two, so that's really good. This worked out really, really well because I don't have to track down a ton of books, and hopefully I can get that other one. So now I just have to decide what I'm gonna read first. I have to decide what I'm gonna read first. I'm leaning towards this one. I think I'll start this one. It has like a witch hunter sort of situation, which I just read The Serpent and the Dove, and that also had witch hunter, so apparently I'm in that mood. I'll give you more updates as I get into it, but I'm gonna start that. I'll probably start this today because I just finished a book and I'm ready to hop into a book. So this will be fun. Okay guys, so I just had to sit for a second. I have been working nonstop on homeschool planning, but I have been reading this book. I've been reading this book and I've been really enjoying it. So I made it to, let me check, yeah, 234 pages in. So I was like, I need to update everybody before I like finish this book. It's been so much fun. Now, I cannot remember if I gave you guys an explanation about what this book is about. So I'm going to do that really quickly right now. So this book is about our main character, Rune, and she is a witch in this area that is against witches. There's also this man named Gideon Sharp, who is a witch hunter. Okay, so Rune, like 2 years ago, was forced to give up her grandmother as a witch. In order to save herself from also being killed, her grandmother encouraged her to give her up to keep Rune safe. But that has created a bit of damage in Rune's heart as to the fact that she did that, and now she's trying to make up for that fact and save witches. She's trying to like save them from the witch hunters by being what's called the moth. What is it? The crimson moth. She's basically saving witches and sending them away so they can be protected and safe. And then Gideon is on the hunt for the crimson moth. And in this first section, we're getting they're kind of back and forth where they're trying to play each other. He's trying to find the crimson moth. He thinks it's her. She is trying to save her friend and get some information from him. And so they're both playing each other. And now this is a fantasy romance. And so you're getting these hints of the fact, well, they might like each other, but this is a very, very, very bad idea. And the back and forth question of like, am I being played? Am I not being played? And I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying their characters. Their characters feel like there's some depth there, like to both of them. There's some depth to why he feels so strongly about the situation, about witches. Like he has some horrific things in his past. And then she obviously has horrific things in her past, and the intrigue is high. Like for me, I keep wanting to read it because I keep wanting to know how are they going to get through this. It's going to come out. It's going to come out. And I also know this is just book one. I know the second book comes out maybe early next year, something like that. And so it's going to come out. He's going to figure out she's a witch. And then what? And then what? So I'm in it. I'm enjoying it. So that's my update. I will probably check back in when I finish the book. But that's where I'm at. Hey friends, so I thought I better jump on here and I better talk to you about the book I'm reading. So this is the book that I was recommended by Faith. I always forget her channel name, but I'll link it down below. The book is Better Than the Movies by Lynn Painter. Now I had gotten a notification from my library that the physical book was in transit, and so I thought, well, you know what, it's a perfect time to start the audiobook. I can kind of make a headway and then go pick up the book. The thing is, as I started homeschool planning yesterday, like that's what I'm doing right now. Like I have so much to plan for October. Now you guys are crooked. This is my big homeschool planning session. And I decided to start listening to this book. I got 70% into it, you guys. It's funny. It's a funny book. Like I feel like I did not expect to like this book. Now this book is a YA romance book. It's a YA romance book. I don't even think I've ever read a YA romance book. Romance isn't something I typically read. I enjoy it, but I tend to just read like the popular authors like Abby Jimenez or Ali Hazelwood and stuff like that. And so I was like, we'll just give this a try. My expectations were very low. I love it. And so it's about our main character of Liv. And now she's a senior in high school and she's grown up in this same house, the same neighborhood with kind of similar neighborhood kids her whole life, especially her next door neighbor of Wes, who she butts heads with and she has never liked. They always fight. They fight over this like parking space. It's like animosity, right? And that's how our story starts. But then enter in a boy who used to live in the neighborhood but has moved back, and now she's just like, he's my soulmate, I have to figure out how to go to prom with him, all these things, right? So this is very high school. And then she elicits the help of her neighbor to do that. That to me doesn't sound like an awesome premise. That sounds like, I'm like, I don't care, right? It is so good. It is so funny. It's laugh out loud funny. Like, I'm sitting here planning and I'm like adjusting all these papers and setting up all this stuff, and I'm literally laughing out loud the whole time because of our main character and the neighbor boy, Wes, and just their interactions with each other and some of the banter and just some of the things they say to each other. It's just adorable and cute, and I was not prepared for this book. And so I also was like, well, I'll just intro this section soon because I'm sure I won't get through most of the book, but I got through most of the book. And now I'm planning again, like I said, and I want to finish the book. So I thought I'd better hop on here, update you guys. Like, honestly, I thought it was going to be a 3-star. Now I'm like, this is like 4 or 5-star material for just a book that came out of left field for me. And again, that is why I always love book recommendations, even though, like, I don't know Faith. She seems really sweet and wonderful, and go check out her channel. But I honestly wasn't thinking this was going to be a book for me. So I was wrong, or I think I'm wrong. I have to finish the book, obviously, which is what I'm going to do. So anyway, that's all I have. I'll check back in with you guys when I finish the book. Hey friends, so I'm back because I have updates in the plural to give you on the books I've been reading. But I'm also needing to make applesauce, and so I'm going to multitask. I'm going to multitask and I'm going to update you as I like cut apples, because we have a very prolific apple tree that just makes too many apples, honestly. But before I get all like sticky and stuff, I wanted to hold up the books I need to update you on. And so I finished this one maybe a day or 2 ago, and I just finished this one. I was listening to this in audiobook, but it came in at the library, and so I finished it up. And you guys, I have so much to tell you guys. Let me start with this one. Oh my gosh, I can't even remember where I left off on my update for this. I was really enjoying it. I was enjoying her character. I was enjoying the like, will they, won't they, witch hunter kind of vibes. I like that they both felt kind of gray, that there was enough kind of backstory for both of them to feel the way they felt, but in a way they could almost understand each other, like almost understand each other. And then, oh my gosh, just kind of how it ended. It ended, and I can't wait for the second one. I ended up giving it 4.5 stars. I can't quite nail down what I want to give it. It's not that there was anything really lacking. I felt like the pace was really good. It kept me going the whole time. I really enjoyed the relationship. I really enjoyed the story. I really enjoyed like the magic. There was just some predictability. Some. Not terrible, just a little bit. I really did enjoy it, and I do recommend it. I think it's really good. Now this one. Okay, I literally just finished this like 30 minutes ago. And so I don't even know if I should hop on. I don't have my full thoughts collected. I'm not even sure what I'm gonna rate it. It's gonna be high though. I really enjoyed this. It was so good, and it had some of the cliche things. And we're talking prom, we're talking senior year, but I felt like the characters were good. I felt like even though our main character of Liz had some hang-ups, she definitely had some things that she needed to work through, and I could see how maybe she was a little bit of an irritating character. But I feel like there was some depth to her irritation. There was some reasons that she was acting the way she was, and like grief is not easy no matter what age, and I felt like the author did a good job with painting her character in a way that is very plausible for a girl who lost her mother at 10 years old. I mean, honestly, you guys, I'm leaning towards like 4.5, 5 stars. I can't decide if it's a 4 or a 5. This is leaning more towards 5 stars. And this is leaning more towards 4 stars. I just feel like I never know. I never know what I'm gonna rate books. And I love that. I love the surprise of it. And so, 2 books down. And honestly, I don't even know why I set this up in my kitchen. I did not get any of my applesauce making done. I cannot talk and do things. I see people do that. I'm very impressed. I guess I'm not gonna ever be one of those people who can multitask in such a way. But anyway, that's my update. The next you'll see, I will be picking up Belladonna. Okay, friends, I am cozied up reading. I'll just set you here. I'm loving it so far. It's really good. Like, I am 115 pages or so into it, and I haven't given you the synopsis yet. So this is about a girl named Signa. Now, Signa was orphaned as a baby, and she's been kind of tossed from relative to relative, and a lot of those people kind of meet an untimely death. And now she has been brought to Thorngrove Manor, and this is kind of her last set of relatives, if you will. And some weird things start happening. There. And in order to get to the bottom of it, she has to interact with Death. Now, Death is a character in this book, which I always like when Death is a character. I feel like it's such an interesting premise. And our main character of Signa talks to Death, and Death has like a personality. And I like Death so far. It's a strange sentence to say, but I like his personality. I think it's interesting. I think this is kind of a fantasy romance. He has this highly romantic, gothic-infused world of wealth, desire, and betrayal. So I think there might be a romance between them, but that is definitely not too much of the focus. The focus is more on our character of Signa and how peculiar she is. Like, she's a strange person. She can see ghosts and spirits, which has made her kind of an outcast, especially in this day and age. This is a little bit more historical, so she's like scared of being like called a witch and things like that. And now she's at this family's estate, and some things are happening, or there's a ghost involved, and she needs to figure things out. And I'm liking it. I'm really liking the atmosphere. I feel like I'm enjoying her character, although I feel like she's a bit laser focused on some things where she's just like, this is how it is. This is who this person is. This is what they've always done, and they're at fault. You know, when I'm like, it's maybe a little more nuanced than that. So I'm not loving that aspect of her personality, but I'm loving the atmosphere. I'm really liking the world and how creepy it feels. Like, it feels so creepy in this big manor house and just all these weird things that are happening. But also interwoven with all of that is like this mystery, which is really, really fun. And so this is really good so far. And it's reading really quickly, so I feel like I'm gonna finish it in no time. And then I'll be done with this vlog, which has so far been a really successful vlog. So anyway, that's my update, and I'll just keep reading and probably finish. We'll see. We'll see what actually happens. But I'm sure I will be back shortly with just how fast this is reading. Okay. Hey friends, we are headed to church. So I just like hopped outside to give a quick update. Well, my kids are like cleaning their rooms and we're about to load up. But I've been reading and I've been loving this book. So I'm like, I think I'm like 80 pages from the end, and I just needed to hop on here because I'm right at a part where I'm just not sure what's going to happen. And I'm so excited. And it's like, this book is really, really fun. Let me tell you the things I'm liking so much about it. I'm liking our main character. I'm liking how her personality is like torn between this desire to fit into like society, high society, like she's rich, right? And then her desire to be herself. Because I feel like she's never just had a place she could call her own and a place where she could just kind of settle in. And she's now with a family that like she cares for. And now she wants to fit in even more. But then there's also the storyline of death and her association with death. And now we're at like the super intense part. And you guys do this. I was listening on audio and I got to this intense part and it just causes me like anxiety that I can't listen to it. I like literally, I'm like, I have to turn this off. I have to read it with my eyes because my eyes give me the ability to like skim or read it slowly or not have to read every word or just something to take away that tension that comes with some stories, right? And that comes across the board. Like, I would even say that happened to me in the other book, the Better Than the Movies book, because there was just kind of these just intense like third act romance parts where I just like, I can't read this. I always stop at those points and I just pick it back up with the book. So that's where I'm at. 80 pages left. I need to read it with my eyes. So far, it really does give me 5-star feels. I can't think of a single thing about this book that kind of was like, this isn't 5 stars, because as I was thinking more about the Better Than the Movies, I know I'm hopping all over the place. Last time when I updated you, I literally had finished it like right before that. I think I am ending up at a like 4.5, not quite 5 star, because I remembered that I didn't like the beginning. I didn't like how annoying she was. She kind of had this like, oh, this is my meet cute, which gag me. I can't handle that. But then the rest of it got so much better, and the banter was so fantastic. All the things I was saying before. So it's definitely a high 4-star, but I can't give it a 5. This feels like I could give it a 5. That's my update. I'll check back in when I'm done, and we can kind of end the vlog here, but I had to talk more about this. I don't even know if I made any sense, but it's so good. You guys, I finished it. I finished the book. Now I just kind of have to sit. This book, I just loved it. I loved it. 5 stars, hands down, 5 stars. I loved the main character. I loved the whole story. I thought it was so much fun. Okay, let me gather myself a bit and give you some coherent thoughts, because I literally just finished this. Few things I need to tell you about this book, because I feel like a number of people have read this. It is a popular book. The 3rd book just came out. You guys, I finished the book, and then I purchased the 2nd book on Amazon, and the 3rd book is in hardback, so I just requested it from my library because I have a paperback and they have to match. Okay, I loved the atmosphere in this book. I loved the feeling of this manor house, like Thorn Grove. It was so good. It was so atmospheric. It just felt so huge and so just kind of dusty, and just like it had a setting down pat. And then also just the characters, and our main character of Signa, and how she just wants to be loved. I think I was mentioning that earlier this morning because I finished this book today. And just that found familyness for her. She can have that, and I feel like it made her fight even more. It made her kind of do some reckless things and make some reckless decisions because she's never had that. And she got to have that a bit in this book, and I just loved that aspect. I felt the characters, even the side characters, even like her cousins and whatnot, like they felt really real. You are rooting for them as much as for Signa, which I just loved. And then our main love romance. Oh my gosh, you guys. There's so many parts in this book, in this last 80 pages, where you're like, I can't believe that. I can't believe that's what it was this whole time. And I loved it. I don't want to say too much. I just want you all to feel it for yourself, to understand it for yourself, because I went in fairly blind and I don't want to ruin that for anybody. But I loved the romance in here. I just thought it was really cute, but yet there was like high stakes. It was perfect for her character and how she was set up. And you guys, I cannot wait. I cannot wait to see where her character goes from here. I just think it's just setting things up really well. And the way this book ended, I'm ready. I'm ready to see what happens next. Amazing. 5 stars. 5 stars. And like I said, I am giving better than the movies book. I'm giving that 4.5. And then The Heartless Hunter was also so good. I can't remember if I was thinking 4, 4.5, somewhere in that realm as well. You guys, 4 and 5 star books. These were fantastic recommendations. I mean, they weren't recommendations. I don't know these ladies, but I highly suggest you check out their channels. They're fantastic. I really enjoy all of their content, and I'm so happy that I was able to glean some good recommendations off of their Goodreads, and this is just really fun. I do want to do more vlogs. I had shied away from them in the past, but I feel like for me, the fun part is just kind of the randomness. I think that's what I'm going to focus on, is I'm just going to focus on like a random fun way of picking books for vlogs, and then I'm going to vlog at my own pace without any kind of worries about that. So anyway, I hope you like this. I hope I got you excited for all of these books and got you excited to check out those booktubers because they're fantastic. That was Liv, Becca, and Faith. All fantastic. So anyway, you guys, that is what I have to wrap up this vlog, this very successful vlog, if I might say so myself. And so I hope you all are doing well. And let me know if you've read any of these books. But if you don't have anything else to say, a flower emoji would be perfect. Put it down in the comments down below. Otherwise, you guys, like the video if you liked it, subscribe if you want to, and I will see you in the next book video. All right, take care.